Debris from a Russian drone was found on Romanian soil, near the village of Plaru, just across the Danube from Ukraine's Izmail port. For weeks, Russia had targeted Ukraine's grain infrastructure along the river, but now the war had crossed into NATO territory. Romania's government responded with firm condemnation, summoning Russia's chargé d'affaires and calling the incident an unacceptable violation of sovereign airspace. President Klaus Iohannis made it clear, this was not a random accident, but a direct result of Russia's aggression. Initially, Romania's Ministry of Defense denied any violation, but after evidence surfaced, the official stance shifted. The discovery brought the war home for Romanians living near the border, turning distant conflict into immediate reality. The government quickly bolstered air surveillance and deployed more military personnel to the region. The message to Moscow was unmistakable: Romania would defend every inch of its territory. This incident forced a national conversation about security and NATO's role. The public, anxious but resolute, demanded action. Romania's response was twofold: protect its citizens and send a clear signal to Russia. The nation demonstrated its commitment to sovereignty and the principles of international order. The breach was a wake-up call, not just for Romania, but for the entire alliance. The stakes had never been clearer. Was the drone's incursion an accident or a calculated move? Drones in combat can malfunction or be knocked off course, especially near borders. But some suspect a deliberate test of NATO's defenses, a probe to gauge readiness and resolve. Russia's attacks on Danube ports aim to cripple Ukraine's grain exports and create risk for commercial shipping. The incident highlights the dangers of war so close to NATO territory. A stray drone could easily escalate into a crisis if it struck a populated area. NATO must now refine its rules of engagement and communication to prevent miscalculation. The line between accident and provocation is dangerously thin. This single event forces the alliance to confront the real risk of escalation. Romania's reaction is shaped by a long, fraught history with Russia. From the annexation of Bessarabia to decades under Soviet influence, the fear of Russian dominance runs deep. The 1989 revolution was a break from Moscow's grip, and joining NATO and the EU marked a definitive turn west. For Romania, NATO's Article 5 is more than a treaty. It's a hard-won guarantee of security. The drone's violation is seen as an echo of past aggressions, not an isolated event. Bucharest's condemnation is about defending hard-earned sovereignty. The incident is a reminder that the struggle for independence and security is ongoing. Romania's message, the era of Russian intimidation, is over. The country stands firm, determined not to repeat history. Every incursion is a test of the new European order Romania has embraced. NATO responded swiftly, expressing solidarity with Romania and monitoring the situation closely. Secretary General Stoltenberg emphasized unity while avoiding escalation. The incident exposed vulnerabilities. Defending against drones and missile fragments is a major challenge. NATO has increased its presence in the region, but the threat is evolving. The Romanian incident sets a precedent for future responses to spillovers. A weak response would embolden Russia. A strong one reinforces NATO's credibility. The alliance must balance deterrence with caution to avoid direct conflict with Russia. Military reinforcements and diplomatic channels are both in play. Allies have offered more air defense assets and maintained open communication. The strength of NATO lies in unity and sound judgment. The drone incident is a real-world test of the alliance's resolve. The shield is being tested, and so far it holds. Romania and its allies are focused on strengthening defenses, not escalating conflict. Advanced sensors and air defense systems are being deployed along the border. The goal: prevent repeat incidents and reassure the public. Diplomatically, Romania continues to protest and press Russia in international forums. The incident accelerates NATO's adaptation to new threats, refining defense plans and rapid response protocols. Tensions remain high as long as Russia targets Ukraine's Danube ports. Vigilant deterrence and cautious diplomacy are the path forward. The drone's fall was a stark reminder. In today's world, security is truly collective.